Little world of YouTube, Archie, horror stories, poems, and lyrics. Tonight, I am doing another horror story I wrote. This one is called Indian Dream Catcher. Now, due to all the shit that's been going on in the past, since the Connecticut school shootings, and from there in between, there have been many robberies, killings, I mean, child molestation cases, everything that's come out in that time span. And I mean, even everything that's already happened in the past, and up till the marathon bombings. I would like to dedicate this story to all them victims, due to the fact that if there was such thing as a dream catcher that could do what my story says, we wouldn't even have to go to war. It would, this would take the cake and make everything, that gets destroyed, would be destroyed instantly. Like I said, I just want to dedicate to this to the victims. It's just like another story, a new evil. I mean, this would be something, if it was real, would be fucking so awesome to have. You wouldn't even put people in danger, soldiers or whatnot. I mean, and it ain't even got nothing to do about robots. But I'm gonna, like I say, get this going. This is narrated by me. Like I say, I like using dark features now. If I can use them, I try to get them out there, like my one story, Witch's Brew. I like to have my stories put back like in the 30s, the 20s and 30s, when radio did come out. Like I say, back then they used to have, when they had, no TV. All you had was your radio and whatever light that lit up your room and your imagination. And that's why I like doing this now, because this is similar to that. But you got my ugly puss in there sometimes. But other than that, I'm hoping my camera don't mess up tonight. Then I have to use my other one. That's gonna suck. It's gonna take all day to do, but let's get on here on Indian Dream Catcher. And I'm doing this as part one. This will be the first half, because this is a long story. Try to minimize it. It's 3 pages long. And I want to try and I might do that in some form or way in the future, just to keep the video short in a way so people don't get lost or whatever, or bored out of their skull. But whatever that may be, if anybody don't like doing that, listening to it, hey, what can I do? But like I say, this is what you had back when there was no TV, radio, someone's voice. And I'm gonna try to get some sound effects. I don't know how much that's gonna cost, but I want to start throwing that kind of stuff in my videos, just to make it a little more authentic. I am wearing my sunglasses tonight. due to the screen. This new monitor I bought, there's another one got busted. It's very bright, so but anyways, let's get to the story, and this is part 1 of the Indian dream catcher. Indians, just like caveman, used to leave their writing on the walls of caves to date their lives. When this writing was found of what one Indian tribe did to many towns, it was too late to save the town or anyone of what the tribe did at this time. They were threatened by the white man, and instead of fighting and losing lives, the chief and shaman came up with the idea to take out the white man and to try and save the tribe. It's been 4,825 days since white man has came from the sea. They came at first with nothing to offer but peace, but now we send many smoke signals to other tribes. White man wants to take over. Warriors are lining up to fight for our land. They have been ravaging our women and killing children and us men. I have called upon our shaman to come up with an idea to stop this chaos towards our tribe. Chief Red River. 190 years later. I can't believe we just bought our own house. I love it. A wife gave a cry out. Her husband was right behind her, running up the front stairs after just leaving the realtor's office with their signed papers in hand. The old Victorian 6-bedroom, 2-bath White House stood strong and high. The architecture of the house was elegant. They ran throughout the house. The hardwood floors shined and well taken care of. Sleeping on an air mattress for the night, the moving truck came the next day, and waking up, a busy day began. After the truck was empty, it was about 12 a.m. The couple went to bed to start another day. It was 5 days gone by, and Bill was going in the attic to pack the Christmas stuff and other seasonal stuff when he came across the handmade wood crate. This crate looked antique. He opened the top only to find dream catchers, 13 of them, and crafted unlike any that he had ever seen in a store. He finished up what he was doing and brought the box down to show his wife. Looking online, they found prices on the same that looked similar, and being as old as they were looking at some extra bucks. Getting the unpacking done and setting up the house, Bill was happy. Today he got back online. 2 years ago, Bill started an online business of selling stuff at home. It was doing well, and this is what got them their house. And now these dream catchers he knew would sell like hotcakes. Dusting them off, then taking pics. When in 24 hours, he sold 4 for $400. Throughout the week, They were almost gone. The last one was bought by a historian of ancient history. Bill did what he had to do and sent it out the next day. The man got it in 2 business days. Then the third day came, and the man who bought the last dream catcher sent an urgent email. It said, "Dear Bill, I'm writing to you to let you know if you sold any more of them dream catchers, you must buy them back. I bought mine due to a study I've been doing in study I've done in the past. I thought they were just a tall tale, but they are the real thing. You must get them back. You must give your address so I can meet you and get rid of them before they do any damage of what they were made for." Bill, thinking and confused, came up to one thing: a psycho. He wrote back saying, "I don't know you and don't want to. I will not ask people for their money back. All sales are final. And I don't see why you're bugging me." The man came back and said, "You don't know what you're doing. You're making a huge mistake. Lives are in danger. So why can't you say it over the email?" Bill said. "It would take too long to explain. You must work on getting them back before people start dying." Bill said, "I will not be swindled. And how do I know if you are trying to come and kill or rob me or something wacko? Good day, sir." "You fool," the man wrote back. "In a few days, if you sold any more, people will be in a horror show. The worst murders will take place of all time." Bill did not respond. He waited for his wife to come home and told her the news. She started to ask if there was anything to worry about. Bill told her he probably did not like the dream catcher and wants to get his money back somehow. He's probably a scammer. So, not letting it go to his head, Bill went on his normal routine. Bill's wife came home from work one day and told Bill had he seen the news. He said no. So they waited for the 10 o'clock news. When it came on, Bill's mouth dropped when he heard the bulletin. "Today in the news lies the worst murder in history. A man found dead, possible suicide. The man known as Tim Watson was a hard-working man. Everyone knew him as a kind-hearted man who would take the shirt off his back for anyone. But when they got to his house today, a hatchet stuck out of one of his children's head. The other two had the hole of the hatchet where it was taken out of there after the strike." Bill shook his head, and it wasn't over. And as for the man's wife, she was scalped and hung off the wall like a deer or a bear head, like you would see in a hunter's home. A trophy, you may call it. You also could actually see her brain. The house was covered in blood. There was not a corner that did not have blood on it. This house will have to be torn down due to the sanitary reasons. No one would not even be able to clean or even remodel the place due to this being the worst bloodbath, said the police. And one officer said, and I quote, This is even more horrifying than the Charlie Manson murders, and of what I've seen in my 20 years on the force. More of this will be investigated, and we will be the first to update you when we get more info. In other news, Bill's wife asked him, "Is this what the man predicted?" Bill jumped up and said, "That's bullshit." "Well, Bill, he did say the worst." Yeah, as Bill cut her off and walked into the other room and sat at his desk to upload his pics of the dream catchers. Bill's wife went to grab something to eat. Bill sat there staring at the pics he had taken for the sale. Before he knew it, Bill was in a trance. He did not even wink. He looked like a mental person in an asylum. He began to see a vision. In the distance on his screen, he seen a man with long hair running wildly. It looked like he was running back and forth, jumping, falling. Then he stopped, turned slowly, then looked into the direction of Bill, and just stood there with a turned head and looking like a figure was staring at Bill. Bill was getting chills up his spine, but did not budge a muscle. When the figure looked like it was creeping forward, Bill's hair stood up on the back of his neck. He felt like he couldn't breathe. The figure crept towards Bill. Then all of a sudden, Bill's wife called out, "Honey, what would you like to eat?" Bill jumped out of his chair, knocked the glass off the table, and it broke. Bill's wife heard the ruckus and ran to Bill. "What happened?" she screamed. Bill, dazed and confused, he looked at his wife, but could not see her. For a few moments he called out her name, even though she was touching him and saying, "I'm right here." Shaking off what just happened, he could not remember what happened. And I'm going to stop there. Yep, and get this going. Yeah, like I said, this is something just came up in my mind one day. You know, the first time I ever seen a dream catcher, my buddy had it. It was like back in 2001, hanging off his mirror. And you know, I'm sitting there looking at it, and we're driving down the road, and what the hell is that? Actually, it might have been 2000, I don't know. That's when I first ever saw one of them. He's like, "It's a dream catcher." It's a dream catcher. I was like, "What the hell does that do?" He says, "Oh, it keeps the bad dreams from coming in your mind." I'm like, "Oh shit, well I don't want that near me." I said, "Take that damn thing, I don't want that damn thing. I want my dreams being..." Well, my dreams, a lot of them inspire me to write, whether it be something bad that I predict, which I have done that before. But other than that, if something freaky comes up, I need them dreams, because then I'm writing stories like this. I mean, this story, I just love it. And I am part Indian, Canadian, French, Indian. My mother's side's Irish. So, I guess a bit of part of me needs to do something like this, because of course, if you know the history of the Indians, and back then I do believe, you know, white man tried to take them over. You know, it's just like any other war, though. Shouldn't have happened, or whatnot. You know, I just came up with this, so... But then again, I think about it. And if this was ever to be found, like dream catchers like they are and how I have it written, it'd be goddamn awesome to throw them out there to the Middle East. And like I say, you will find out in the end, of course, what the dream catcher does. But I mean, it is explaining it as we go along. But like I said, I want to do this in 2 parts. And other than that, I mean, I hope you enjoy it. But it would just be neat to have something like this for war. You know, you wouldn't need machines. All you'd need is a dream catcher. And people look into these things, man, like there's something else. I mean, I see them everywhere. I even went into a tribal store around near my hometown here in Fitchburg out in Winchendon, but you won't see me buying those. I want my dreams caught. I like what I did to it here. But other than that, I mean, got this story finished, so I'm gonna do it in another part. And until the next part, so I'll probably do, I don't know, in about a week. See how this one flies. Do got other stuff coming up, like I say, in my other videos. And until then, you too, hope you enjoy. Wait for the next one. I'll put it up there sometime later. But anyways, we'll stop chattering your ear off and see you on the next one. Later.